Watching happy. This feature film was horrible. As a blind man floating in space, so the lead actor drives this feature film. As the crackling of thorns under a pot is like a fool's laughter, so are the facial expressions of the entire male supporting cast. Sleeping with his eyes open, one of them managed to achieve, I think, as a jewel of gold in a swine's snout. The lead actress's performance matched this movie. Either she cannot act, or she felt her talents were best reserved for her next film project. Ants and vinegar. That's all I'm gonna say. Fingernails down the old chalkboard and bricks banging together may feel more pleasant to some. Sometimes, you just gotta leave the camera in the box. Our eyes can only take so much per split second. Sprinkles are cool, but if you have just one cupcake, even kindergartner parents would be concerned if their children produced such shoddy work. I would suggest using pure white light bulbs when trying to match fabrics in the future. As the creative head of the entire production, chickens in a barnyard might have been able to pull together a more convincing feature. Of course, the director may have been under contract stipulations as this was all they had left to choose from. But sometimes, you just gotta fast. From food, from movies, even a high schooler who hates to cook can make a homemade, made-from-scratch pizza taste good if they take their time. Some people's televisions may stop working. Cutting carrots and cutting film are not the same, even with today's sophisticated editing techniques. Unless you're making stew, then the vegetables would taste better. And fading out twice in one scene? Come on. The human face only has so much skin per square inch. Sweeping strings on the deck of a yacht will not stop the boat from sinking. The brass can only blare for so long. The ears will get tired. If the dialogue and the ADR are in the same language, you might want to make it look like they are. Lock it up, folks! Oh, and car engines don't sound like 747s. 7.1, 5.1, 3.1, or 62.5 channels. Please pick one. Even on a roller coaster, my friend to my right doesn't sometimes sound like he's on my left. It wasn't that bad. Half the time it looked like it was something from the pioneering days of sci-fi. The other half of the time my brain about went tilt because they must have spent 5 years alone processing some of those scenes. If computers were cows, there would be no more grass in America. Ballistic and good are not synonymous. And that smoking hot photogenic chick can only physically enter a room one time. If they revised the plans of the White House as many times as this poor screenplay, the presidents would have yet to move in. And it's best to say, when having one's fingernails painted, most women don't let 8 people do it. This movie left us speechless, and not in a good way. Happy movie watching!